Welcome everyone to Sweetbriar Cottage. I'm going to just show you the garden as it looks in October. Middle of October now, and there's some pretty colors back here of the bushes and trees. And I have to finish kind of cutting back some of the things, like the lavender needs to be trimmed back and shaped a little bit before winter. Waiting for the sun to completely come out. It was raining yesterday, so everything's freshly watered, but not really the time to be doing garden chores in the rain. But we have been cutting back some of the bushes, like the lilac right there. Look at the pretty hydrangea. I need to cut the blooms. Purple color right now, kind of beige purple. We kind of trimmed the roses away from the creek waterfall. Right now there's smoke in the air from our wood stove, and it feels definitely like fall. We'll just go down to the vegetable garden. Still have some blooms of the roses. I like the fall, but it is sad to see everything, I don't know, die off. But we do have the hope of spring, and that's always fun. Just seems like sometimes the winter is long around here. Not as long as some places. We don't get the snow like they do in other places, but we get some, but very, very minimal. I might be able to pick some of these green ones and let them ripen. I think we'll do that. Over here we put hollyhocks. My husband built this another planter here, and I put hollyhocks in there. Some are from our garden here, and these purple ones are from my neighbor Helen across the street. She had them in her yard, and she didn't know where she got them. She had all kinds of them in there growing. I said, it might have come from my yard, because oftentimes she gets flowers that were in my yard, like black-eyed Susans are one of them. She has a ton of those, and they were in my yard, and they disappeared over the years, but they are in her yard now, so I guess they like it better over there. But these trees are growing nicely that my son transplanted. They were saplings from our yard. Alder trees. Okay, so it does look a little bit forlorn out here. Lots to do before winter, but that's the joy of gardening, is, I don't know, seeing it change and making it all pretty when it's not. But then God really does that. He's the one that does it. We just kind of care for his creation. and appreciate the beauty that a garden gives. And even in this state, there's beauty. Especially the colors of the sumac there, or the deer tree as we call it. The rosemary is doing quite well. Some sage over here. And that's probably about the state of the garden. It's a real beauty in the quietness of fall, I think. And then this rosebush we have to cut back. It's really getting out of hand here. I haven't deadheaded the blooms either. Well, let's see. We put all the cushions away and get ready for winter. This hydrangea is quite large again, even though my son cut it back a lot last year. This one takes center stage. But I just love the blooms on them, so pretty. So I think we will go out to the front yard and show you what's happening out there too, because, that's the garden as well. And I have to make a good time as far as being out here when the sun's out, because it's going to disappear in a minute. So my potted flowers out here are little fading away. This here is I believe cat mint. No, that is just mint. Not sure if it's a certain flavor like chocolate. It might be chocolate mint. Yeah, and this here is cat mint. I really should put that in the ground, but I didn't do that. And this is mint as well, and that'll come back next year. It took me a while to put some plants out here this summer. It was rather barren. Looked much better in the summer, which I can insert some flowers. I can insert some photos in of what it looked like when it was in better shape. And I thought I'd show you after I added fall decor, which was after I filmed the bulk of this video. So I'm just inserting that here for you to see. Some succulents. And more succulents there. And they don't do, I mean they do well because they don't need a lot of watering, in case I forget. All right, we'll go this way. As you can see, the rain made it a little slippery, so I have to be careful. So this summer, everything was pretty much overgrown, which I like that a lot. I rather have it overgrown than sparse. But it did need to be trimmed up and cut back. My son cut this beauty bush way back so that the beautiful pink rose can flourish more. Still have some blooms on that rose there. And the barrel is leaning more and more all the time. I think it'll stay though. I think it'll be okay. I love this bench. My sister was commenting on it when she was watching a video of mine, and I said, yes, it cannot be touched. Nobody is allowed to touch this, move it, or anything, because it will completely disintegrate. But for now, if nobody touches it or moves it, it's good. My little broken angels that I made. I have a mold of this. I have to make some more. But there's her broken wing over there. More succulents. And the hollyhocks. I have to come out and collect the remaining seeds from these hollyhocks. There's some lemon balm in there. Some cranesbill geranium right there. And of course, my lavender. I don't know if I mentioned this is an old scale. It's hard to see because it's covered up. But I've taken that, moved it, or my husband has, 3 different times. This is the 3rd time when we moved here 20 years ago. It's quite heavy. More lemon balm, lavender. We cut back this, or my son cut back the oak hydrangea right here. It was very large. Couldn't really see that porch. It was so big. Some more cranesbill geranium. And that's about it for the front yard. Lots of pretty colors down the street. It's a beautiful tree down there. Falling leaves. And that's the Helen's yard across the street that has all of my black-eyed Susans. Well, they weren't mine. They're new ones. They came from here, I would say. And we have a blueberry bush right here. It's turning very pretty colors too. It doesn't thrive too well there because it gets shade, but we opened it up a little bit this year, so we'll see. Maybe next year it will be better. More lemon balm, because lemon balm goes everywhere and thrives everywhere. So there's the front yard, the front garden. Thank you for coming along with me on this autumn tour, and I appreciate you watching. Until next time, bye-bye.